Yisu wears a kaftan, Iman wears a kaftan, I wear a kaftan. Dad comes in his Haji Firuza.
This is what it looks like to be first gen.
I don't wear kaftans. This is a jacket that, you know, I wear all the time to spread the love that Iranians have for the world.
For those who don't know, I am first generation Iranian American. My parents immigrated to the US right before the Iranian Revolution in the 70s to study in the US, and of course when the revolution happened they couldn't go back and they settled here, and that is a huge part of who I am. One of my favorites called 𝚑𝚒𝚒𝚒𝚒𝚑. I actually could eat this in my sleep. It's so good. I'm really blessed to have my family not only be my family and my support system, but my best friends. We are a very, very strong group of women in my family. I don't think I would be half of who I am without that influence. I obviously grew up with strong Iranian women, which is even stronger than what you would imagine. And seeing what they've gone through and how they've rebuilt their entire lives here was huge for me.
Family is really the core of all Persians, I think, and we have learned from the culture that we come from that the values you give your children is really the gift that you give them more than anything else.
I have always really had a complicated relationship with fashion, I like to say. Growing up, I've always been a larger kid, and that was really difficult for me because I loved fashion and I would follow it, and you know, I thought my mom was the most fashionable woman on this planet, and I could never find that in myself because the fashion industry didn't make clothing for someone who was my size.
Not only does she bring the perspective of a first generation American born to two Iranian parents who both immigrated here, but she also is talking about like body inclusion and neutrality in a way that hasn't been spoken about in the industry, at least not to this level of mainstream in the last decade. So to be able to bring those two different perspectives to the modeling industry, I mean, I personally think she's a gift. She's a curse as well to me personally, but she's a gift to the modeling industry for sure.
So it's really funny that I'm actually a model now.
Let's do like 3/4, so you're gonna be like face that weird face in the corner.
Right.
And just like make love to your face.
Yes, of course.
As we do.
I love fashion, and the reason I wanted to do modeling wasn't just to be another face. It wasn't to break any boundary. It wasn't to be another face when you scroll on the e-commerce. I think fashion, more than anything for me, is an art form, and I truly believe that. You know, every day I wake up and I dress myself, I am a walking piece of art, and every day I get on set, I am creating art with someone else, and that's what's really important for me, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I mean, I am clearly in the curve industry, and that's a big part of who I am, and a big part of why I'm doing this is, of course, to normalize. I'm not trying to be different. I'm not trying to be brave and strong, and of course, I mean, I think any model, despite your size, is brave and strong for doing this industry, but I'm doing this to normalize. Majority of Americans are over a size 14, and I have no shame in being normal. I have no shame in accepting who I am, and I'm doing this because I want to create something beautiful, and I want to create art. I'm gonna have to look to my mom for 𝚑𝚒𝚒𝚒 actually. She loves it more than I do.
It's a dessert.
Concentrated cotton candy with Persian herbs.
My immediate goal is to make art. Like I said, I want to work with, you know, forward-pushing artists and photographers and emerging designers to create something beautiful. I want to be in high fashion. I want to be in high fashion spaces. I want to be able to express myself with the utmost amount of freedom, with no limitations because of my size, and I think that's a very, very big goal for me in the next couple years. Like I said, I've always had a passion for women and children and the Middle East, and no matter what I do in this world, I want to be able to combine fashion with humanitarianism and, you know, help every single person I can, especially women.
Yeah, that's about it.
Right.
I think we just nailed it.
Thank you for joining me and my family. It's been an absolute delight.
And I ate so well.
Yeah.
Spread the love.
We absolutely hate sitting and eating for 2 hours. It's been torture.
Oh my God, don't squish.